string handling functions. So this is a agenda of the class for today. So yesterday we have seen how to create a dictionary. So let me recap some of these concepts. So we have a dictionary called student. Student is a dictionary, and this is a way we create a dictionary. That means we will use curly brackets, and inside this we will write key value combinations. We can say key value pair, right? Name is the key, and value is Ravi. Similarly, age is the key, 30 is the value. So basically, dictionary is a combination of key value pairs. Okay? So now, what is the name of this dictionary? Name of this dictionary is student. How many keys we have? Name and age, both are the keys. And what are the values? Ravi and 30. These are the values. Okay. If I run this, maybe you can see the values of the dictionary. These are the values of dictionaries, right? Name, age. Now, if you want to access individual elements, let's say I want to access what is the name of a given student. For that, you have to use dictionary name, and in the brackets, we have to write key. What is the key here? Name is the key. So when I write like this, it will get you name of a student. Ravi is the name of a student. Similarly, if you want to access age of a student, then you have to write student of age. Then it will give you the value 30. That is age of a student, right? Then in the last class, we have seen how to get all the keys of a dictionary. There is a function, predefined function called keys. Dictionary name followed by keys. If you run this, you will get all the keys of a dictionary. So we have two keys, name and age. So those are retrieved. Similarly, if you want to access all the values of a dictionary, then we have to use values function. So after executing this statement, this is the output you get. Ravi and 30, these are the values of the dictionary student. If you want to retrieve key value pairs, I mean all the elements of a dictionary, then you can use items. So just run it. So these are all the elements of a dictionary. See, this is one pair and this is a other pair. Okay, basically dictionaries key value pairs. Now let us see how to iterate over the dictionary. I mean, each pair I want to access at a time, one at a time. So in that case, you can use a for loop. Items is a function which will give you pairs, correct? One second. Yep. So see, when I use items, it will give me pairs, one pair at a time. So for the first time, it will get name and Ravi, that is one pair. Name is stored in key and Ravi is stored in value. So now we are displaying over here. In the next iteration, it will fetch the next key value pair, that is name and age, that is displayed. Okay. So now, if I run this, I'll get all the key value pairs. This is a first key value pair and this is second one. Now let us see how to start with empty dictionaries. In most of our real-time applications, there are scenarios where we need to start with empty dictionary. Okay. So here we have started with an empty dictionary. Name of the dictionary is employee. EMP is the name of a dictionary, which is empty initially. Then I am creating two keys. What are the keys? Name is a key. Employee ID is another key. Okay. So then what is the value of the key name? Ramya is the value of name. And the employee ID for this particular key value is 10A11. Right. So we have started with empty dictionary. Then we are adding keys to the dictionary. Okay. Now, if I display this dictionary, I'll get all the key value pairs. Okay. Now we have seen how to create a dictionary with some initial values. That is what we have discussed as a first example. Then I have shown you how to start with empty dictionary. So this is empty dictionary. Then I started creating key values. So this is key, this is value. Similarly, employee ID is key and this is value. Okay. So now let me show you how to create nested dictionaries. Okay, nested dictionary means dictionaries within another dictionary. Creating a dictionary within another dictionary, that is called nested dictionary. Most of the real-time applications we will use these kind of dictionaries. Okay, simple example I have provided over here. Student is a name of a dictionary. You know, name, age, marks. So these are the keys, right? Then if you look at this particular part, this is itself a dictionary. We are embedding inside student. Student is a dictionary inside which we are embedding another dictionary. The name of the dictionary is marks. Okay. So now this is the values of this dictionary. So inside marks dictionary, I have two subjects, maths, science, and corresponding scores are given. Okay. So now in this example, we understood how to write dictionaries inside another dictionaries. That is a nested dictionary. So writing is okay. Then how about accessing the elements from the dictionary? Let me first display dictionary. These are the key value pairs of the dictionary student, right? Name, age, marks. These are the three keys. Okay. Now marks itself is another dictionary inside which we have two keys: maths, science. Right. So let me show you how to access elements of nested dictionaries. First, let me show you how to access the name. If I write like this, you will get value of the key name. Then how about accessing the nested dictionaries? This is how to access. So let me first show you what is the value I'll get if I write like this: student marks. Okay. So inside student, we have a key called marks. So when I write student of marks, it has to show me this part. Correct? So let me execute this one. So this is what I got. Now, from the marks dictionary, I want to show how many marks the student got for the maths exam. So in that case, you have to write student marks of maths. Correct? 90. So something like this, we can create nested dictionaries with the complex structures. I mean, let's say inside the marks dictionary also you can create another dictionary. So like this, you can create the complex structures. So these kind of examples, I think in real time we would have JSON files. So JSON format is very similar to dictionary. So maybe while learning data analysis or machine learning, you would be knowing what is the advantage of using JSON file formats and the dictionaries. For now, just try to understand how to create dictionaries and nested dictionaries, and also how to access the elements from the nested dictionaries. Okay, this is how to access the elements from the nested dictionary. Then I'll show you another way of creating a nested dictionary. Just I want to compare this dictionary with this one. This is second method. So in this example, what I have done was, instead of defining the dictionary over here, I have created dictionary outside the student dictionary. Right? Marks is a dictionary. Name of the dictionary is marks, and these are the elements. Okay. Now what I'm doing is I am embedding this dictionary inside the student dictionary. Okay. So the meaning of this is the marks would be replaced with this particular part. This is a part that would be replaced with the marks. Okay. This is a simple way to understand. If you have a very complex dictionary, then you can simplify that by separately creating each dictionary, and we can embed that into the required place. Okay. So this is another way. If I execute this one, I'll get the same structure as the previous one. So this is a previous structure, the same output we got over here also. Okay. So this is very simple to understand. Now let me show you a bit complex example over here. Students is a dictionary. I want to store the details of each student. Let's say in the class we have 60 students. I want to store the details of all 60 students. Then I can create a dictionary. Inside the dictionary, I can create one dictionary for each student. Student one is one dictionary which has all the details of student one. Then after that you have to place comma. Then you can write another dictionary. These are the students of details of second student. Okay. Now, how many keys we have in the students dictionary? We have only two keys, student one and student two. You can check that also. So if I execute this one, then if I want to check how many keys I have inside this dictionary, then I can use keys function. If I execute this, I'll get two keys. So this dictionary has two keys. So in case of 60 students, if you create the details for 60 students, you would be getting 60 keys. Okay. Now, if I use values, what is the output I got? So these are the details of first student, then details of a second student. Okay. Now, I hope you understood how to create nested dictionaries with some complex structure. Now, let us see how to access the details of first student. So it is very simple. Use a dictionary name and use key. We have two keys. If I write a student one, that is the first key, then it will show you the details of first student. So now, if I want to access only marks of this particular student, then I have to use marks. So it will show you marks. So again, if you want to see only math marks of mathematics, then I'll use maths. Okay. So this is how we will access complex dictionaries. Okay. So understanding this concept is very essential to write some meaningful or real-time applications in Python. Okay. So over here in this example, I have shown you how to access nested dictionaries, elements of a nested dictionaries. So this is a format. Okay. Then in the next example, I want to start with empty dictionary. Then I want to create the details of a third student. Okay. So already you know what is the structure of each student. Structure of each student is it should have three keys. What are the keys? Name, age, marks. These are the three keys it should have. And again, inside marks, I have to create another dictionary with the two keys, right? So let us see how to do it. Initially, I started with empty dictionary. This one, student equal to, if you mention any statement like this, it is an empty dictionary. So inside the dictionary, I have created two elements, name and age. Okay. So just display it. So right now, these are the values I have inside the student dictionary. But apart from name and age, I need to add marks also. So for that, I'm creating another dictionary called marks, and I have assigned some values to it. Okay. Now, if I execute marks, so you will get the details of marks dictionary. Now I am adding marks to the student dictionary. Student 3 marks is equal to marks. So this is the key and these are the values, right? So if I execute this one, then finally, if I display, then you will get a newly created dictionary with all the keys, name, age, marks, and again, marks is a dictionary with two subjects. Okay. So now I'm assigning student 3 to the final dictionary. What is the final dictionary? Students is the final dictionary, inside which I have created a new key, that is student 3, and we are assigning this newly created dictionary to this one. So if I run this, so this is the final result. Okay, inside the students dictionary, I have details of three students, 1, 2, and 3. So this is the one I have newly added. Okay, so now if I use keys, there are three keys. Okay, now sometimes there is a need of creating a list from all the keys of a dictionary. Okay, maybe in your application, you may want to know how many students are there in the given dictionary. So in that case, by using keys, you will be knowing how many students are there. But I want to prepare a list of students. Okay, in that case, what I do is I'll use a explicit type conversion. That means this is a students of keys. This would be the result. From this result, I want to create a list. Then you can use a explicit conversion. So now let me show you what is the result you'll get. See, this is a list of students. Okay. Then what is the difference between this one and this one. So when you write students of keys, it will show you keys, but it is not easy to access. Okay, that is the reason why most of the cases we will create a list from all the keys of a dictionary. So now, if I have a list of students, then I can easily access the details of each student, or for any other purpose, I can use this. Okay. Now, from this list, if I use index of 0, it will give me student 1. I think all of you know this concept, how to access element from a list. Okay. Then, in this example, I have shown you how to access details of a particular student. Let's say list of student 1, it will give you student 2, correct? So now what we are trying to do here is we are trying to access the details of student 2, correct? So if I execute this one, these are the details of student 2. See, this is student list is a list. It has 3 elements. Now by using index, we can access a particular element from the list. So the outcome of this particular statement is student 2. Now this entire expression would become students of student 2. So it will fetch you the details of student 2. These are the details of student 2. Okay. Now, in the next example, I have created one more student. Then I am adding that to students dictionary. Okay. Now, if you display the students, you should have 4 students. Correct. So I am repeatedly giving the similar kind of examples because to understand it properly, we need to look into multiple examples. So that is the reason why I have been repeating. Okay. So now let us move on to the other part, that is what are the predefined functions that are available with the dictionaries. Okay. So there are multiple ways of defining the dictionary. Okay. So one way is this structure. This is what we have been discussing. But there is another way to create a dictionary, that is with the help of a keyword dict. Okay. There is a difference in syntax between two uh, methods. Okay. In the first method, we are using a keyword dict, and the name is the key. This is a value. Age is the key, and this is a value. So whenever you are creating a dictionary with a dict keyword, you should not place the key inside the quotations. Okay. But when you use this kind of declaration, it is mandatory to place all the keys inside a single quotation. Okay. So you should understand the difference in syntax. By using both ways, we can create the dictionary, but there is a little difference in the syntax. Okay. Here we are using equal symbol, but here we are using colon. Okay. Yesterday also, I got a bit confused when I use a set keyword. Okay. Most of the cases, I will use this notation. But when we use a keyword like a dict or set, there is a different syntax. Okay. So now let us see D1. So this is the dictionary. Now you see, name initially we haven't placed that in any quotations, but in the result you can see all the keys are placed in the quotations. Okay. So this is one way of creating the dictionaries. So remembering this syntax is very important because most of the applications will follow this kind of syntax. Then coming to second one, this is already we know. Basically, I wanted to show you what is a difference in syntax while creating the dictionaries. Okay, there are two methods, and syntactically they are different. So now let us move on to the other part, that is how to access element from a dictionary. Already you know this. So till now we are discussing one way of accessing the dictionary, that is with the help of key we can access the dictionary. This is a way we are accessing till now. But there is a default function by using which you can access the element from a dictionary. By using get function, you have to mention the key. It will fetch the value. See, both the cases, the result is same. D1 of name, that is Ravi. D1 dot get function we are using, and this is a key. Result is same. Okay. Then similarly, I'll show you another output. So here I wanted to access a salary, which is not a part of a dictionary at all. Okay. Then in that case, if I execute this one, D1 dot get of sal, it won't return anything. Okay. If there is a key available in the dictionary, it will return you the corresponding value. But the key is not available, then it won't give you any output. But if you follow this method, you should get an error. It says key is not available in the dictionary. So most of the applications, people will follow this notation, and most of the cases we will get the errors. If that particular key is not available in the dictionary, most of the cases we will get an error. So the best way to use to access the elements from a dictionary is by using get function. So this is a method we need to follow. Okay. So in both the statements, we are trying to access a key which is not available in the dictionary. But in the first method, you are not getting any output. But at the same time, it is not raising any error. But in the second method, if the key is not existing in the dictionary, it throws an error. Okay. So this is the difference you should understand. Then if the get function is not returning any message, then sometimes it would be difficult for us to understand what is happening. In that case, what we can do is we can provide some default information. So what this function will do is it tries to figure out whether sal is there in the dictionary or not. If it is not available, then it will show you the default value. Okay. So if I execute this one, it displays not found because sal is not part of the dictionary. Okay. So you need to understand 46, cell number 46 and 44. The 44 we are not getting any output. In 46 we are getting alternative message. It is not found. Okay. This is the best way. While accessing the elements from the dictionary, this is the best way to define. Then let us move on to the next one. So, 1 second, I think. Asha, can you mute yourself? 1 second. Yeah, okay. So now let us move on to the next method, that is pop. Pop is a function by using which you can retrieve element from the dictionary. At the same time, it will remove it. Okay. First, I'll give you a simple example for this one. D1 dot pop of name. So it shows a value of the given element, but if you try to access it again, that is not available. Name is not available because we are removing it. By using pop function, you can remove any element, key value pair you can remove, and this function will returns the corresponding value for the given key. So here what we tried to do is we wanted to remove a name from the dictionary D1. So it will return the value of name as well. Okay. Now after that, when I try to display all the contents of dictionary 1, here only age is available because already we removed name. Right. So then coming to next one, here I wanted to remove salary, which is not part of the dictionary. Then it says sal is not available. Then here not found. So what is the difference between providing default value and not providing anything? So in case of first scenario, here it is throwing an error. Sal is not available, key error. Here it is returning not found. Then coming to the other one, clear. It will remove all the items from the dictionary. Let's say if I execute this one, when I try to display the contents of dictionary D1, it is showing an empty dictionary because when you execute clear, it will remove off all the contents from the dictionary, but it will keep the structure. I mean, still it is a dictionary. Okay. Now, next function is copy. By using copy function, you can assign contents of one dictionary to another dictionary. You know, by this time, dictionary D1 is empty, but what happens after executing this statement? We are copying the contents from dictionary D2 into D1. Now, these are the contents of dictionary D1. Okay. Earlier, dictionary D1 contains different name, Rakesh, age 30. Now, here it is Ravi and age is 40. These are the contents from dictionary D2. We try to assign to D1. Okay. So now sometimes we will use this function from keys. From keys is a function by using which you can create a new dictionary with the provided keys. A, B, C are the keys. With these keys, you can create a new dictionary. Here, the meaning of this syntax is we are creating a new dictionary with the keys A, B, C, but initial values are zeros for each key. Let us see. A, B, C are the keys. Initial values are zeros. Okay. So this is the scenario where you want to create a new dictionary with all the keys. Let's say I have 100 products. I want to create a dictionary for all 100 products with some values for each product. Initially, what I try to do is I'll create a dictionary with all the product names. So I can use from keys. Here I'll provide all the product names. Then by using this method, I'll create a dictionary with all the products, but the initial values might be zero. Later, you can update the values for each product. Okay, that is how you can use this kind of syntax. Then length is another function by using which you can see how many elements we have in the dictionary. Let's say D2 is a dictionary. How many elements we have? We have two elements. So by the way, element means key value pairs. How many key value pairs we have? Only two key value pairs, name and age. Or otherwise, you can say how many keys we have. Two keys. That is the reason why length of D2, it shows 2. Okay. Then del is a keyword by using which you can delete any key or entire dictionary you can delete. So now here what I try to do is I want to remove name. So I can use this syntax delete D2 of name. Now after that, if I execute D2, this is the result because we are deleting the name. Correct? So now just execute this one. How many elements we have in the dictionary? Only one element. Right? So then there is another operator called in. In is an operator by using which you can see whether a given key is already there in the dictionary or not. Okay. So D2 is a dictionary. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to check whether name is in dictionary D2 or not. Name is a key. We are searching whether name key is already there in D2 or not, is there or not. That is what we are trying to do. So here it says there is no key with name. Okay. So let me check whether I have age. So if I execute this one, it says yes, because age is already there in the dictionary D2. So by using this method, you can search, let's say you have a dictionary of products. I want to search for a particular product in the dictionary. Then I can use in operator. Then I will provide the product name so that I can able to identify whether this particular product is there in the dictionary or not. Okay, that is one simple scenario. We can use in operator. Then sorted. Most of the cases you may need to sort the elements of a dictionary, maybe keys or values. Basically, dictionary, it doesn't have any sequence. Only list has a sequence. Dictionary and sets, these two don't have any sequence, right? So, but I want to sort all the keys of a dictionary or all the values of a dictionary. Then I can use a function sorted. Okay. All of you know what is the result of this one? Dictionary dot keys. It will give you keys C, A, B. Then we are trying to sort it out. So it will become ABC. Correct. Similarly, if you want to sort the values, then you can use values function, then apply sorted. Okay. So maybe you may want to sort the products based on the price. Then in that case, you can use these kind of statements and you can sort the dictionary. Now, if I execute this one, so these are the sorted keys. These are the sorted values. Okay. So how are we able to get this one with the help of sorted function? Then here, sorted keys, you know, what are the sorted keys? A, B, C. These are the sorted keys. Now I am displaying the elements of a dictionary in the sorted order. See, sorted keys. These are the values of sorted keys. Now I am displaying all the elements of our dictionary with the same order. See, this is a sorted order of a dictionary. But what happens if I display just a dictionary? So this is the original dictionary. But if you want to make it as a sorted order, you can combine these two statements, and here we are able to display the contents of a dictionary in sorted order. Okay. So this is all about dictionaries. I think I have covered a lot of things today, lot of functions. Try to understand this and try to practice. Then let us move on to the next topic, that is strings. This is a simple concept and a very important concept. So basically, a string is a collection of characters, I can say, group of characters. Anything, if you want to say it as a string, that should be enclosed by a double quotation or single quotation. Then only it is called a string. Otherwise, it is not. Now, is it a string? Yes, this is a string. Even though it is a number, as we are enclosing inside double quotation, it should be a string. It is not at all integer. Then if you don't enclose, then it is an integer. Okay. So the simple definition we can say, anything, any number of characters or digit, anything, they are enclosed by double quotations, then you should call it as a string. Right. So now I have a one string with a content Python programming. This is a string. This is the name of a string. One thing you should understand here is you should not use str as a variable name, because str is a keyword. That is the reason why I have used str1. Now this is a string. Now if I execute this one, then you will get the string stored in str1. Now there are multiple functions that we can apply on the strings. So one of the function is lower. If you want to convert all the characters of a string in lowercase, we will use lower function. So in real time, when we handle with the data sets, there are a couple of cases where the column names are different for each time. I mean, for the first time when we take one Excel sheet with some data, column names, if you see, they have a combination of lowercase and uppercase. When we receive the second data set with the same content, this time column names might be a bit different. Somewhere capital letter is represented with small case letter. Then we will get some issues. So in that case, what we do is we try to convert them into lowercase or uppercase or any other common format. So in that case, we will use either lower or upper or title. So I think you understood what is lower, then uppercase, then title. Title means it will give you this kind of output. I mean, first character of every word is capitalized, then remaining all characters are lowercase. So let us check this one. What happens if I take a capital letter over here? It is converting into lowercase. See, G is originally capital letter, and that is converted to lowercase. Then all the characters are converted into uppercase. Then coming to this one here, see, first character of each word is capitalized, even though it has a capital letter at the end of the string, but it is converting that into a proper format. Okay. So now let us move on to the next example. So here I have a string. This is basically email, dpayautomation@gmail.com. This is an email ID. Now here I wanted to explain you a function called find. Why do we use a find function? From a given string, if you want to search for any substring or any character, then we will use find. Let's say I'm checking here whether there is a @ symbol in the provided string. So it has to tell me what is the error, why you are getting this, because I haven't executed this cell. So it doesn't know what is email. So first let me run that one, then run it. So @ is available. What is its index? Index is 16. So index means in a string, every character has a corresponding index which starts with 0. This D is at 0, E is at 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this. Every character has its index. So find function will give you the index also. @ symbol is available at 16th index. Right? So let me check this one. Com is available in the string. Its index is at 23. So this is a position of com. Now, it is a simple example. Here I wanted to show you whether the given string is a valid email ID or not. Just for a simple understanding purpose, I am considering if the given string has a @ and a dot symbol, it's likely to be a valid email ID. It is not the exact syntax, but To understand the concept, I have provided this example. So here what we are trying to do is we are checking whether at the rate is there in the email or not. So many times we have seen in operator. This is very helpful handy operator by using which you can search a given character or string or substring inside the string or element in a given list or key in a given dictionary. There are a lot of uses for in operator. So now in this example, we are trying to find out whether it is there in the email or not, and also dot is there in the email or not. Basically, there are two conditions we have combined here. This is first condition. This is a second condition. In between, there is and operator. And operator means both the conditions should be satisfied. Then only it will execute this statement. Otherwise, it will execute this statement. Okay. Now, if I run this one, I'll get likely to be a valid email ID. So now, instead of this dot, if I use a hash symbol, it will give you not valid. Why? This condition is false. Initially, first condition is true. At the rate is there in the email, but the hash is not there in the email. This condition is true. This condition is false. So true and false means it is false. That is the reason why you are getting this output. Okay. Then other useful functions are strip, L strip, R strip. Strip means it will remove all the preceding and succeeding spaces. This is a space, and here this is a space. These two spaces, if you want to remove, we can use strip. So this is very useful function. Let's say you have received one Excel sheet with different column names, but sometimes there are spaces before and after the column names. In Excel sheet, we can't easily find that. So what we do is we will take each column and we will apply strip operator so that it will remove all the preceding and succeeded spaces, and it will give us the column name. Okay. So now, say after executing this statement, what you got? All the spaces has been removed. Then L strip, if I use, it is it should remove only left side space. Similarly, R strip, it should remove only right side space. Okay. So that is a use of strip, L strip and R strip. Then there is another useful function, that is replace. If you want to replace any character or substring with another, you can use replace. So here I wanted to replace @ symbol with a hash. Let me execute this one. See, @ is replaced with a hash. Okay. So sometimes you might have spaces in the string. If you want to remove all the spaces, then I can write something like this. Let us assume I have one space. If you want to remove the space, you can use this kind of syntax. Replace the space with no space, so that all the spaces will be replaced. Okay. Then other useful functions are starts with and ends with. Okay. Let's say this is a simple example where I have a list of products. Okay. Now I want to retrieve all the products which are started with P. If you carefully look at these values, you have some products which are started with P and started with S. But I want to only retrieve the products which are started with P. Then I can use starts with function. So now see here, for P in product, as we are using for loop, in operator will take each value from the product. Okay. Initially it will take P100 that is stored in P. Then we are checking whether it is started with P or not. Okay. If it is started with P, then just display. Otherwise, don't display. So execute this one. Again, error because we did not execute this above cell. See, this is output. So now I am able to retrieve all the products which are started with P. Similarly, if you want to retrieve all the products which are started with S, just modify the syntax. Place S over here. Then it will bring all the products started with S. Okay. Now let us discuss this one, ends with. So in this example, I wanted to retrieve all the products which are ended with 11. Okay. Then I can use ends with. Ends with 11. So just execute this one. You will get all the products which are ended with 11. Okay. So we can stop for now. Maybe remaining concepts we can see tomorrow. Just to try to practice, I'll share you the link. Go through that and try to execute all the examples. I'll share the link in the chat. So execute the examples from this URL. Okay. So I think we can stop for now. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.